From the capital city of Florida, Tallahassee. Georgia Tech's first-year head coach David Stoudemire tries to get the Yellow Jackets off to a 2-0 start in league play. Florida State seeking its first conference win.
He can score at all three levels, he can defend multiple positions and create some offense from his D.
Georgia Tech last started 2-0 in conference play back in the 05-06 season. Referees tonight, Bert Smith, John Gaffney, and Matt Potter. Debbie told you about the two freshmen in the starting lineup. There is a third today, and Ibrahima Sacco. So they
game tonight.
They have been waiting for Baba Miller to explode, as you see a resume that speaks in the imperative belonging to Leonard Hamilton. Kelly spots up and hits. So the freshman already a three-time ACC Rookie of the Week.
He's been impressive, right? He's impressive in practice. He was locked in today, but he had a really good workout.
Worley's first three-point attempt of this permutations, the best lineups. It's a team coming off an embarrassing loss Saturday to Lipscomb.
I mean, they were down 21, and they did make it a one-possession game. They did have opportunities at the end. But this man right here wasn't the guy taking shots late in the game. And Darren, that's that deep rotation that he's still trying to figure out. One thing we do know is this right here, Darren Green can shoot the ball well.
And Cole Bowen there on cleanup duty. And
the way they defend, because they switch on everything. Cam Corn can guard on the perimeter.
Chandler Jackson over to Primo Spears. Spears, the transfer from Georgetown and DePaul. He is capable of doing that. He can get his own shot as well as anybody. I think you want to see him be more of a facilitator, get his teammates involved more.
You do, and that decision I think was outstanding because you push in transition, you create a mismatch right away, and Gapare was on him, and he has a tough time guarding him off the bounce. A lot of bigs will have tough time guarding Spears off the bounce.
Down low, there is Claude using that big frame of his. 6'7", 230, Goldsboro, North Carolina. Spears again, coming off his best game as a Knoll in that loss to Lipscomb. Jackson knocks it down, the sophomore from Memphis.
I mean, you set that screen, like the analytics on that.
Better odds than Lloyd Christmas. There is Kawasi Reeves. Now Debo Coleman knocks it down from 15.
Elbow jumper, back.
Sturdivant, nice move. That's the savvy veteran. The putback not there by Dongo. Everything but the finish for Sturdivant. Jackson, another open three. This time he hits.
I love how Baba Miller rebounds and gets them in their transition game quickly.
Spears forces it up. Offensive rebound, Gainey. Now the 6'11" Spaniard. Miller to the basket and the throwdown.
This was an incredible possession for him. From the rebound on one end to the rim on the other. 10-point Florida State lead, under 8 to play. Affected his ability to be in the weight room and to stay here in Tallahassee. I think equipped defensively. Offensively, I think he has a skill set that we haven't seen yet. And I think part of that is his teammates need to help bring that out of him.
Yeah, Leonard Hamilton told me that about a week or so ago. He said, once we start playing team basketball, you're going to see Baba Miller bear the fruits of
19% from the floor. You got no rebounders. You're the best offensive rebounding team in the league. Run your offense and get to your spots and then crash the glass.
Miller, great feed for Gainey, who draws the foul down low. State, where will you be watching this game from?
Wes Moore, once again, has an incredible lineup of players that are really connected and playing well together.
Reeves, the baseline drive, and the finish with the foul.
That's how you improve your shot selection and your field goal percentage, right here. Put an exclamation point on it. Reeves with a great take. He's not.
Green and Miller all have 2 fouls, and Reeves, House passing on the 3.
Tom House is an excellent three-point shooter.
Worley dropping it off for Gainey. Regains control, swatted away, but they'll count the basket. Strong battle for the board, and right now, Florida State's not giving up many offensive rebounds to Georgia Tech.
No, they've done a good job. Even when they're switching man-to-man, they're making sure they get a body on somebody.
House the contested three. Largest lead of the game for Florida State. George contested, and he hits. You can tell they like this freshman. They think George comes to Dongo. Good ball movement. Kelly passed on the shot. Bol Bowen with the recovery. Coleman now. And the putback for Dongo, +1. Possession. And Dongo completes the three-point play. His last 4 games, Debbie, he is 28 of 33 from the field.
Impressive.
The lob for Cam Corrin. Behind Mike Bray, no longer at Syracuse and Notre Dame respectively. Leonard Hamilton is the longest tenured head coach currently in the ACC. George is fouled.
What an incredible job, Clemson. How about that game tonight?
Claude. Jackson, he's given his team a nice spark off the bench.
When you play for Leonard Hamilton.
Reeves against Green, terrific defense. Reeves able to get it back. Kelly spins it to George. Over Corrin. And a foul on the battle for the board.
Guards that can make plays off the bounce, but I think they've been bothered by. He did hit his first shot attempt. He's been patient.
Has not forced it today. Corrin nearly stole it away. Kapari splits the D down the lane through the Tallahassee traffic.
Shooters in the corner can't pinch down the lane line. Nice finish.
He had a 20-point game the last month against Penn State. Bol Bowen, the runner. I think he's got a chance to be good. He's raw, he is athletic, tons of potential.
I'm looking for Darren Green, number 22 right here. We go 1-4 low and flatten it up. Expect a flat ball screen coming out, sprinting out here. Here it comes.
Shot clock down to 5. Here comes Spears. Against Kapari. Spears down the lane. Tough runner. The tip in by Corrin goes as the first half expires. To get out to an 8-4 start.
The other thing, too, is get to the free throw line when you're struggling to score. Put some pressure on that back row. And that's a great take off the bounce.
His first three-point attempt as well. Green on the baseline drive. Kicks it out to Miller. Shot clock down to 3. Worley turbines inside. Blocked away by Reeves. Dongo's the trailer. Lob inside. Dongo through a triple team. Fouled.
Watkins without
70% free throw shooter coming into the game. Gets 1 assist now. And when Hobbs joined Stoudemire's staff, he was able to convince Dongo to say no to Piscataway and come to Atlanta. Green with a smooth jump.
speeding you up to a point where you're uncomfortable.
Jackson had 7 points in the first half to lead Florida State. They get a foul away from the ball.
This could be a 5-point play.
Josh Nickelberry, 20 and white, into the game for the Noles. Hamilton has used 12 players. Jackson has 9, one off a career high, gets the steal. This might turn into a longer possession. Nickelberry down the lane, and he's fouled.
I saw a fist bump out of Leonard Hamilton over there on the side. Those guys bring.
Shirt Jr. Georgia Tech, the best offensive rebounding team in the league. Worley, the runner. Here comes George. Nice move there by the freshman from Toronto.
becoming a more of a threat offensively.
Deontay Green misfires. And Miles Kelly get going. Takes it strong to the tin, and he's got 7. 6'11" Miller guarding George. Dongo is setting the screen. Miller able to draw the foul. Miller called for the foul.
Have been at the rim.
The junior started 31 games last year. He's come off the bench in all 13 games this season. Watkins hits from the outside. His first points came in at 13 a game, the high-scoring man for Florida State. Coleman, elbow grease.
Yeah, you get numbers on the backside. You beat that first wave of.
Spears over Coleman, it's good.
Look how far Florida State's pushing Georgia Tech away from the bucket. They can't even make an entry pass yet. We're already at 10 on the shot.
Late offense, Sturdivant inside, Dongo to turn around.
There's that nice short roll, getting to the space, making a play over that left shoulder.
Lob hit the backboard. 6 points, 8 boards for Dongo. George through the contact gets 2 free throws.
Getting a chance to meet Darren Sr. and Nina, and with support and having great success with his couple of jobs. So kudos to Clemson Life for sharing the good word, and I want to thank Darren for making it a point that I got a chance to meet Daylin. She's awesome.
I'm so glad you did, and I've had the chance to meet your son Frankie on a couple of occasions. What a terrific young man. To see you beam with pride telling his story. And even earlier today, we're talking at shoot around, and you're talking about Frankie going to work and making sure he's got his hat. And he hung up the phone on you because he didn't want to hear about the hat.
It was a little chilly in Clemson this morning. I said, "Are you wearing your winter hat?" And it was like, click. But that's the, you know, the ACC has some really good stories around it. You know, Amari Robinson's a player at Clemson. She has a sister with Down syndrome. And then, of course, there's, you know, Virginia Tech's Elizabeth Kitley's great sister, Raven. There's a wonderful story about Raven, who is living with autism. So there's some really inspiring stories around the league.
No doubt. Watkins from the outside hits the 3. First 3 has not only missed 14 straight, they have not even attempted one in the second half. Jackson, that's going to be a goaltend and a career. By the time you get into your offense, well, the shot clock's already down to 15 at times.
I think we're seeing a little possession of zone here out of Florida State. They did work on it, and ironically, you go zone, and what is Miles?
Are not there. Well, when we saw them practice the zone during shoot-around, the green team, now the walk-ons, they knocked down a few threes too.
They only lasted one possession of that.
And Coleman knocks down a 3, and I don't. Florida State is led by as many as 17. Spears turns it over. Kelly hits the turbo button, and it's an 8-point game. But Miller, it rims out. Corin's there for the follow. Florida State fans might be having some.
Against your set defense, one of the things Coach Stoudemire told us is, you know, we don't want live ball turnovers against these guys. We want to make them play against our set D.
Miller posting up, swivels in for 2.
See, when they score, the difference about their pressure, Anish, is they can get a guy on the ball, you know, and that really helps them set their defense and allows them to, you know, make it difficult to get the ball in bounds, even more challenging.
Sturdivant down the lane. And he's able to draw the foul. 2 shots coming. Sturdivant, he gives Damon Stoudemire a valuable Good ball movement. George for three, front rim. Rebound to Cam Corrin.
Yeah, I think Debo Coleman should have probably ball faked that and shot it himself. He's a better three-point shooter.
Watkins. Florida State. All 9 of his points have come here in this.
All right here for Georgia Tech, and you got to cut hard to get open.
Miller picking up George. Now Dongo on the logo. Puts it on the floor. Said it, it's been a relatively quiet night for him. 9 points. Watkins for three. Rebound batted in the air. Dongo is there, his 9th board. And here comes Sturdivant. Strong to the 10, puts it up. Sturdivant came to women's game and a look ahead to some of the best matchups this. Miller gets the entry pass and puts it in for 2. He's got 6.
With it.
George, no good on the 3. Yellow Jackets 3 of 19 from downtown. Watkins lost it.
That's a great hustle play by George.
Reeves drives, beats Corrin, and the foul. Tracy Reeves cannot complete the 3-point. Watkins calls for the screen, doesn't get it. Shot clock down to 5. Worley underneath.
How?
Puts in the teardrop.
How did that go in? Wow. He was almost parallel with the ground.
Kelly over Corrin. 14 for Miles Kelly to lead all scores.
He has not stopped working without the ball. I've been impressed with Miles Kelly tonight.
Oh, Baba Miller, little show and tell.
Baba Miller takes his game to the block. That's back-to-back buckets for him inside.
A glimpse of the tantalizing potential in his 6'11" frame. Reeves knocks down the 3. Yellow Jackets not going away.
If they can get it to a 2-possession game, then you put some serious game pressure on Florida State, and Darren Green Jr. responds.
Reeves hits the 3.
You've got to locate.
Aaron Green way off. Kelly down the lane, and 2 shots coming. Georgia. Missed them both. And they might get over the back on Dongo, they do. Haney sets the high screen. Spears, tough shot, and he hits.
Wow, that's a big basket. Primo in prime time.
He's not afraid, that's for sure. Reeves catch and release.
Yeah, but then they make a mistake on the backside of pressure. That's one of the reasons why Leonard Hamilton doesn't like to trap. He likes to switch. He doesn't want to put 2 on the ball.
And we get a foul. It is Chandler Jackson, career high 11 points tonight, make it 12. Rebound, Florida. George picked up by Gainey on the switch, and we get a foul. It's going to be 4 on Watkins.
Well, that is Dongo doing a great job of
Off in South Bend. Blue Devils had a win against. Spears, a very good free throw shooter. He'll bleed some clock. Shot clock at 4. At 3, Green hits the 3.
How about Primo Spears getting it up right in the shooting pocket, a perfect pass.
Reeves dips underneath, gets his own miss, puts it in for 2. He's got 18. When you watch Florida State, it's easy to see if they can figure out sharing the basketball. There's probably no bigger recipient of that than Darren Green, who Watkins gets the.
Nope, he's going to.
It's a 12-point lead. Reeves has had the hot hand. He's got 18. Not this time. Forced that one, and Dongo knocked it away out of bounds. Full court pressure by Georgia Tech. They got Jackson, they got Spears, and Watkins all can handle. And Florida State breaks the press.
Double dribble with 4 guards on the floor.
Point game, Georgia Tech running out of time. Sturdivant. And Kelly draws the foul, 2 shots for him.
For a couple of non-conference wins.
They got Marcus Burton, who's the reigning ACC Rookie of the Week for Notre Dame, as Reeves commits the foul. Spears, a terrific free throw shooter.
It's important that they have multiple ways that they can attack you on both ends of the floor. For Georgia Tech, I think it's just a matter of moving the ball, playing in space like Damon Stoudemire wants. And I mean, Miles Kelly coming back to life offensively, right? They needed him to be able to shoot the ball well.
Florida State having trouble getting it in. They finally do. It's kicked. 18 points for Kelly, who has raised the ceiling of the entire season, the Gonzaga transfer. Jackson fouled by Sturdivant, and he's got 2 shots coming.
Just to put a button on Wake Forest. Much better inside.
And Florida State, even with the lead, even in the final minute, staying with the press. It's who they are, it's what they do. Sturdivant against Worley, 76-69.
I mean, they're getting a turnover here. They get a couple of missed free throws. You got a chance to trap right here. Timeout.
And a timeout called. Spears up ahead to Worley, and they foul him. Career 67% free throw shoot, second half. Up Primo Spears makes the 2 big free throws.
With a lane violation.
Miles Kelly accelerates, lost it, and gives it up.
That's a good defensive effort by Darren Green. He got a deflection.
Baseball pass to Worley, makes the catch, and the exclamation. Reeves off target. And that should do it. They will foul Spears. By Jackson, yet another winning play by the sophomore from Memphis. On the baseline, a couple of assists. Kelly is fouled on the shot.
I mean, Coach Hamilton can't even.
From Hoops back in
Oh,
earnest.
yeah, it's great. It's
I know we have
awesome.
those one-offs and the. Watkins dribbles out the clock. And Florida State gets its first ACC win of the season. They led pretty much wire to wire in this one. They shrug off an embarrassing loss to Lipscomb over the weekend.